Hello students, this is your art teacher Mrs. Ashwini Kumar, and today we are going to learn to make a beautiful dot painting. Now dot painting, as the name suggests, is made using dots. So to make the dots, you can use any colors which are available to you. You could also use crayon color pencils, but ideally it is made using paints. And to make the dots, you could use the back of your pencil. You could also use the back of your brush. You could use the back of your pen. So any tool which you could use to make dots, you can use. So for this particular drawing, I will require a rounder and a scale. And let's start. So first I am going to make a circle in the upper part of my paper. As you could see, I've kept my paper vertically in a portrait format. Okay, and I have also made the border, so I'll make my circle on the top part. Okay, top part of my paper. Around it should cover half the paper approximately. This is my circle ready. Now we have to divide this circle into 7 parts. This is our center point. Okay. Now to divide it into 7, I'm not going to measure, but I'm going to eyeball and divide into 7. Try and divide into 7 equal parts. So for that, let me draw a line here first. So basically I'm going to make a Y. Okay. And then these two remaining parts I'm going to divide into 3. So I will just eyeball and divide them into 3 parts. And then form a line. So I have divided this circle into 7 parts. And now I am going to make a curved line in each section. I will join these 2 points with a curved line. So this is curving outwards. I want a curved line to be curving inwards. Now I'll just erase the circle that I have made, but I'll keep the lines in the center. So I think now it has started to look like an umbrella, right? An open umbrella if you look from the top. So we are going to make, of course, the umbrella we've made, and let's make a girl standing behind this umbrella. She is wearing a raincoat, some buttons, and let's make her wear some boots. So our drawing is ready, and now we are going to start coloring it. As I said, we are going to use dots to color it. That's why it's called a dot painting. But the main focus element for our dot painting will be the umbrella. And as you have seen that we have divided into 7 parts, we are going to color it 7 different colors, and let's make it a colorful rainbow umbrella. The raincoat and the boots you could color normally. You don't have to dot paint it, but if you wish you could dot paint it. Now let's move on to the dot painting. As I said, you could use any tool that can help you create the dots, and I'm going to use the back of the brush. So this is my brush. I'm going to use the tip of this brush. These are my paints. I'm going to use rainbow colors to paint, and I have just diluted a little bit of water. As I said, you don't necessarily have to use paints. You could also use crayons or color pencils, but then you will have to draw the dots instead of just dotting them like that. So as I said, ideally paint is better. Again, you could use any paint. It has to be a little diluted, not very watery. They have to be thinned down a little if you are using acrylic. Now these are acrylic, so I had to thin them down and add little water. So my paints are ready, and now I am going to start coloring or painting using the dot method. So I would like to follow the sequence of the rainbow. You could use any color, whatever color is available to you, you could use that, but I would like to follow the sequence of the rainbow colors, so I'm going to do that. So I'll show you how I'm going to do with one section, how I'm going to color, and then I will fast forward it so that we finish this quickly. So let's start it with red, and each section is going to be colored. So as the dots become smaller, you will have to go back and dip your tool in the paint to get more paint, and you can make these dots as close as possible to each other. I'll zoom it for you. So here I have finished dotting all the sections with the colors of the rainbow. It is still wet, so I'll wait for it to dry, and I'm going to make a black outline so that all my sections are visible clearly. Now I will just finish coloring the boots and the raincoat. So I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then I will also make a little background. I'll probably color it, or I'll give it a blue wash and I will outline it, but first I need all of the paint to dry thoroughly. So I'll get back to you when the paint is dry and I'll show you how I'm going to make the background. So my paint is dried, all my dots have dried, and now I'm going to give a light blue wash all around this painting. So either you can dilute the paint very thin or with a lot of water, or you could just give a wash of just water and then add your blue paint. So since I do not have a very light blue, I'm just diluting the blue that I already have and giving it a light wash. Now I will again let this dry properly, and then I will go on it with a black outline. I will make a black outline. So let's wait for it to dry. Now my wash is dried properly, thoroughly, and my dots also have dried. So now I'm going to make the black outline. You can use paint or sketch pen or marker, whatever you have. Since we are painting this, so I'm going to use black paint. So children, your dot painting is ready. You could use any drawing to make your dot painting. Just select the element that you would want to paint in this form, in the dot form. Of course, you could also paint the entire painting in this form. So I hope you have enjoyed this session and enjoy painting. Thank you, children.